So, well, this is where we were last time. The last time I stopped here talking about there's a thing called array, which is one-dimensional, which is last time. So we have an array index starting from 0 and then up to the length -1. Okay, so there's a 1D array. So can we have a multiple dimension like this? Okay, like 2D array. So where can you find 2D array? Okay, like the minesweeper that you are going to write. Okay, it's basically a construct with 2D arrays, right? We have a number of rows, which is 10 rows, and we have also 10 columns, and you will specify coordinates. Like I want to review which one is good. Maybe the right bottom corner. Okay, so I review that. So you specify that. Okay, using some kind of coordinates. Okay, so this is not basically, it's not a Cartesian plane coordinate system. I just specify it in terms of row and column. Okay, so why we do so? Let me run it first. Okay, oops, game over. so happened is the bomb. Okay, this is what we are going to do in the project. But what is a 2D array basically? 2D array is construct just like what I have in the previous minesweeper, that we address it no longer using one index. Okay, we will use two indexes, one for row, one for columns. Okay, so the number of rows and number of columns, and basically you can create by yourselves. Okay, it's not restricted. It's not saying that okay, every 2D array must be 3 rows by 4 columns. No, you can create whatever dimension you want. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, last time we created 1D array like this. If you don't remember it, let me recap for you. Okay, so last time we write something like this. It means we have an array, one dimension. One dimension means that we only have one index. Okay, so the next is we can create one more dimension, say 3 by 4. Okay, now what is this notation? This notation is exactly the same as the PowerPoint here, 3 by 4. The first dimension is the number of rows. So you have number of rows, 3. You have number of columns, 4. And together we have 12 elements created. Okay? They're very, very easy to write. And how to access a particular items? Okay, no problem. To access particular item, before you can access it, remember to initialize it. Last time we talked about the way to initialize a 1D array. So I said 1D, okay, 1D. Okay, like this. So last time I talked about how to initialize it. You can write in this way. Okay, you said that there is an array. The array starts with a set of numbers when you create it. Okay, so how about for the 2 dimension? Okay, so let me make it a little bit nice in this way. Okay, so we have basically 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guy, 4 guy in a 1D notation. Now how about the 2D notation? The 2D notation is basically you first have 3 rows, okay? And each row is basically another array, like this. Okay, you have 1 row, and each row itself is a 1D array of 4, right? 1 row, 4 items, another row, 4 items. So in terms of an initialization, we will write something very similar in a 1D, but okay, within the initialization, the beginning of the curly braces and end of curly braces declare that there is an array. And in this type of 2D array, basically it's an array inside an array. Okay? Look at the figure again. It's an array, okay, a big array of 3 items, but each item contains 4 more items. So during the initialization, we will write something like this. Okay, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it means I initialize the first row with, because first row itself is also an array, So first row with 4 items. If I want to have the next row, no problem. Okay. Now this is the next row. And how about the last row? Okay. Yeah, remember after you write down the last row, we have something different. Yeah, we don't have a comma at the last, okay, because it's already the end of all 12 items. Okay, remember that this is 2D array is basically an array of 3 items. But each item is no longer a single digit, just like previous 1D array. The 2D array, the item itself is another array. So I initialize this in this way. Now, how to access them? If I have them, I can use a for loop to print it out, right? So let's see how we can access 1D array first. I know you have already forgot. Okay, so access a 1D array, 0 up to 5. Okay, so I can print each item out. Okay, it is from the 1D array, one-dimensional array. Then you can print all the items out in a 1D dimensions system. So let me compile and run so that you know what is going on. Okay, oops, don't worry about this. Okay, make test. It just gives you a slight warning. Okay, that I create something that I did not use. Okay, so don't care about this. Okay, no problem. Now I run. You expect that I print 5 different rows. Okay, and each row contains the data inside the 1D array. Okay, just like this. Now, how about 2D array? 2D array is, I said that it is basically an array of 3 rows in this case, 3 rows, and each row is also another array. So we can basically write something like this. This is just some code that maybe a little bit hard to understand. Let's say I want to just print out the first row. I just want to print out the first row. So of course, this is no longer 5 here because the width of the first row is only 4. Okay, so I change it into a 4. And I want to just print out the first row. So how to specify the first row? The first row is just this guy. So this guy means that I select which row. And in each row, okay, because itself is an array, so basically you can add one more number to say that, okay, I know that this part, the beginning here, means an array. Okay, so this create an array starting point. Okay, in this starting point, I want to access the 0 item, 1, 2, and 3 item. Okay, so now I print it. Okay, so maybe you don't need the previous 2. I delete it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, close it. Okay, so this time is a complaint about the 1D. Okay, maybe I also remove it. I hate warnings. Okay, good. Okay, create the program, no problem. So I run it. So you will see the results for the first row only. And how about the second row? So very easy, huh? You want the second row. Okay, maybe I do a copy and paste. So this is first row. Okay, this is the second row. Okay, so this is second row. And also this is the last one. Okay, so then we put down 3 rows, but it is not clear enough. So I just print a delimiter, right? Which is too ugly. Okay, print a line, okay, to separate the output. Okay, print it. Okay, so this output will be separated. So basically, I repeat the same structure. The first bunch of code from line 11 to 13 will access the first row, and second row, and third row. Okay, and don't access the fourth row. There doesn't exist the fourth row. Okay, if you access it, you will have some magic. Okay, the magic outcomes. Good. So you can see something like this. okay? But it's basically it's not we call it scalable. Okay, scalable means that you want to have the basic part here, but you do the copy and paste. Basically, you can only do the copy and paste again, and make the code extremely long. So which is not going to happen. I will put these three guys into one loop. Okay, into one loop. So let me remove them. Remove this layer first. Okay, I will create a outer loop. Let's say the outer loop I use another index called n. Okay, or called row. Okay, so basically I will select which row I want to print. Row equals 0. I have 3 rows. Row plus plus. Okay, and close it because we want to just repeat line 12 to 14. Okay, just like what we had done last time. But this 0 is no longer 0, it is a row number. Okay? So let's go. Good. So we can store and access 2D arrays element like this. Okay. If you don't like this output, okay, this output seems don't interesting enough. Okay. So maybe I change the output a little bit. Okay. For each row item, each item inside a row, I don't give it an enter. I just give it a space. And here I change this delimiter into an enter. Yes, so you can see a 2D array layout. 3 rows, 4 columns. Okay, so this is a 2D array. Okay, 2D array is very important construct. Okay, at least to a project. The project itself is a 2D array layout. Okay, and what about other things is using a 2D array layout. So this is about initialization. Okay, so this is about basically I try it. Okay. How to print it out, okay? How to select a specific row, how to select a specific column, okay? So when you look at this example, you have find a word that are you taking the MAT course? Yeah, the MAT course is about linear algebra, right? Is it teaching linear algebra right now? No, no. What is the math course that you're taking? A calculus. Oh, okay. So how about how many of you know about matrix? Only 2. Oh, so I'm very disconnected. Okay, basically I don't know what's M1, what's M2. So then, you guys, okay, don't worry. Okay, you will learn it in the second semester. Okay, the second semester is about this guy called matrix. Okay, in computing, basically in math, okay, we can change equations into a 2D array, basically. Okay, we can set up 2D arrays to solve equations. Well, very hopefully we didn't try to teach using computer to solve linear equations. Okay, only 2 guys know. So we can set up data. Okay, maybe data. Yeah, basically the internal of an Excel is like this. Internal Excel using a 2D array. Yeah, really. Yeah, it's a row by column construct. Okay. Yes, basically I can skip this because later on I will introduce how to pass the 2D arrays into a project. A project code requires you to pass an array, right? We are doing Minesweeper. Okay. Then you can use the functions to access arrays. Okay. You can read it by yourself. I don't teach it now. Okay, because after I teach it, you won't use it. Okay, so it's just stupid things. Okay, so where can you find arrays? Okay, so 2D arrays. The first thing is images. Okay, I don't know whether you know it or not. Okay, you see some circles. Okay, in an image. Okay, but basically that image is not laid out as a circle, right? Do you understand what I mean? Okay, so you have I draw a report. So you have a circle here. Okay, so you have an image of circle, and you put that image onto the web. So the web page show a circle. Okay, but inside the computer, it's just 2D array to represent it. Okay, basically it's 4 layers. 4 layers of 2D arrays. The first layer, this slot, okay, say this position. Whether this position is transparent or not, right? If it is transparent, basically you can treat others that, oh, this image is not a rectangle. This image is a circle, right? Because it's transparent, you're being cheated. Okay, so first layer whether it's transparent or not. Second, I need 2 more pens. Okay, I don't know whether you know it or not. For a particular point here, okay, yeah, RGB, okay, RGB, okay, yeah, very hard to draw. Hey, the G shots, okay, go with that. The G don't have power, okay. G, G like that. Okay. So yeah, okay. But basically this RGB, okay, form one point, and in a computer, basically is store every image as a 2D array, 4 layers. 1 layer whether you're transparent or not for this particular point. Second, what is the intensity for red? What is the intensity for green? What is the intensity for blue? And that means 4 2D arrays put together, and then you can display. Okay? So, well, basically that means that in higher forms, okay, I think you cannot escape it. As far as I know, not only, let me name those courses, okay? So digital images, okay, we have such kind of say digital photography courses, image processing, graphics, what else? Even web, okay, web can use JavaScript to manipulate images. Matrices in math, yeah, basically the next semester you will know what it is. Okay, and yeah, we use Excel to store your things. Okay, and sometimes Excel fail me. Okay, basically Excel is not a user friendly. I rely on some functions that it doesn't exist, so I write a program to do it. Okay, games, our project, okay, spreadsheets, so and so forth. Okay, so this is about 2D array. Some of the way to assess a 2D array is hard to understand. Okay, so we create some examples. So what is that? What is that? Let me show you what is this. Okay, so basically this array I told you before. Every array is just 2D. Every array of 2D is just a bunch of arrays put together. Okay, so let's say I want to set up a functions that say pin 1D. Okay, let's say for example, I don't know what is the length, so I will write down the length here. Yeah, I can't remember, I told you before. Remember, when you pass an array, you have to pass the length together. Okay, then I will print them all. Okay, but I need a loop. Okay, I equal to 0, I smaller than the length, I plus plus. Okay, oops. Okay, is it the end? No, not the end. I miss out the array element I. Okay, and what else? How about I put down a new line? Okay, so we have a 1D array, then we can pass in a 1D array to print it out. Now, basically, we can reduce a 2D array, okay, into several rows of 1D arrays by this. Okay, yeah. Do you think this look familiar? This bunch of code? Yeah, my screen is not big enough. Okay, so is it familiar? Is it just the same as line 5 to line 8? Yes. Okay, so basically we can replace this bunch of code with the functions, but the function said that it wants 1D array. Okay, then how can I call this? I can call this function by extracting one row of the 2D array. Okay, how to extract it? Say I play pin 1D. Okay, to extract it, it means array. I specify the row number, say the 0, or I use a variable row here. I specify the row, and then I just treat the results of our array subscript row as the row itself, as the 1D row itself. Okay? Then what will be the results if I do something like this? Now, first of all, let's see whether we can compile it. Oops. Oh, yeah. I don't have a length, sorry. The length should be 4. Okay. Good. Okay, so it's known that I didn't use the I, okay? Yeah, don't worry. So, compilation okay. So, how I'll run it? Oh, still okay. Okay, so basically this means that C is very horrible, okay? It can detach a row from a 2D array. Okay, we have a 2D array. It seems that 2D array is a piece of data by itself, right? Itself is a piece of data of 12 slots. But in C, we can detach a specific row inside a 2D array in this way. Okay? So this is about this special arrangement, okay, that how can I extract one row. Any problem you want to ask? Okay? Yeah, then we already reached summary, what we should have talked about last time. Any problem you want to ask about the arrays? Okay, so in our ELEARN system, we have post up more about arrays. Okay, so you can see more examples using array in this example PDF, but none of our class. Okay, we'll talk about this. So you can treat this as your supplementary elements, okay, to revise or to learn more over arrays. Okay, this is not the end of the array. Array will appear all the way down until you're finished this course. Okay, so let me first.